This is Cheapster, a reality series that's all about the crazy and creative ways that people save money. 10 penny pinchers will battle it out in a series of challenges to determine who will wear the Cheapster crown and win the $10,000 grand prize. Who will it be? It's time to embrace your inner tightwad and find out.
Welcome to Cheapster.
Yeah!
I'm your host, Trenton James, and we're here to test the money-saving know-how of our contestants to see who has what it takes to be crowned our Cheapster champion. Now, last episode, we said goodbye to Eric when he was eliminated after our Cheapster video challenge.
If people think it's not a valuable life to live in a tent, they just haven't tried it yet. Spend that $10,000 very well, because I definitely would have put it to good use.
Poor guy, he probably could have used the $10,000.
I would have never spent it, because I'm a Cheapster, I don't spend money. Shower. What?
And now, through a surprise decision from our judges, we're down to not just 2, but 3 finalists. After eliminating 7 contestants in 6 different penny pinching challenges, Lori, Scott, and Jessica are left to prove to the world they have what it takes to become our Cheapster champion and walk away with a $10,000 grand prize. But Cheapsters, what you don't know is that everything you've done up to this point will help play a part in deciding your Cheapster fate. Every challenge you've completed and every penny you've pinched will be one of the factors in determining the ultimate Cheapster. To help us with this final decision, we're joined again by Brad Herbert, a Vice President at Zions Bank, and Rob Bruff, an Executive Vice President at Zions Bank. Now, in order to determine our winner, the judges will be reviewing your performance throughout the entire show. For each challenge, you will be given a score of 1, 2, or 3 points, depending on how well you completed the challenge. You'll earn a score both for the money you saved and for the value you've created. So let's get started. First, let's watch your culinary skills at work during the cooking challenge.
I'm not nervous about this because it's just shopping and then cooking. It's pretty simple, something you do every day.
The girls do not make me nervous at all.
I got 1 slice of cheese for 20 cents at the deli counter.
It's got a distinct color of, looks like baby vomit.
There we go. And we are set.
It cost me about $8 to get all of the supplies for this pizza and breadstick combo with a banana Popeye smoothie.
Tex-Mex lettuce wraps. Nice and simple. I mean, low carb chicken from a can with green chilies.
Chicken from a can!
All right, this is chicken tacos with black beans, onions, cilantro, lime, tomatoes sauteed with it. Just all costs about $8, and there's also enough to make 5 more tacos or so.
Okay, well that takes us back a few weeks. Well, let's start with the savings. This one was really close. You all did a really nice job of being very frugal in your spending for the meal. But Jessica, you actually spent the least in this, so you got 3 points. The others, you were both very close, so Lori and Scott, you both got 2 points. Now, in terms of the value, I want to ask Jessica, obviously there was a little bit of perhaps controversy around the canned chicken.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was so taboo to use canned chicken. I was a little nervous because they told us there'd only be 2 burners, so I was thinking that it'd be safer to not have to battle it out with the other 10 contestants.
And actually, I thought it tasted pretty good. And even the food nanny, when she actually tasted it, she was surprised how good it tasted. So let's talk about your homemade salsa.
All right.
Family secret, right? Or it was just family
It was
tradition?
a family secret, yes.
Yeah? I was very impressed. You were right there in terms of how much money you saved with everybody else. Lori, the homemade pizza. I know that the food nanny gave you some feedback about how it tasted kind of like cheap pizza.
Yeah.
Again, I thought it was pretty good. But that smoothie was really kind of your saving grace there, I think.
Okay, so with all that said, your total cumulative scores for the first round, Lori, 4 points. Scott and Jessica, both with 5 points. So very close after the first round. 1 down, 5 to go.
All right, next, let's see what items our finalists scrounged up in the dumpster dive challenge.
Ooh.
I think I'm good. If I can get out of here now.
Jessica is already out. There are 8 contestants left.
How much left?
We're at 1 now. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is time.
I'm pretty confident.
I feel great.
I got attacked in the dumpster. The rate, I wasn't really sure how much it was. It's probably under 10 though.
$50? Yeah. He's very optimistic, as he should be, because it's worth $71.04. Jessica, you must also be feeling pretty good about yourself. You got the HD camcorder. $30. Okay, $5.48.
Okay. How was that dumpster experience? A little chaos there?
It was pretty intense.
You got your glasses knocked off.
Yeah, I was like in a box and my glasses are somewhere in the dumpster. I'm like, where are they?
Yeah, I was lucky. I found mine in the first 5 seconds.
And that's part of the whole dumpster diving experience. So part of it is luck, but also you'd said, I think you grabbed the Huggies first, the diapers.
Yeah, I figured I could do better, and I just had to dive a little deeper, and I got lucky.
Lori, do you think you were going home that day?
Yeah, I was pretty sure.
It was a difference of mere pennies.
I thought you were going home, so I was shocked.
Tough moment, but here you are in the finals after that almost near elimination in round 2.
Yeah.
This one really, from a judging standpoint, becomes relatively easy because it was really based on the total value of what you ended up getting out of the dumpster. Lori, 1 point. Jessica, 2 points. And for the printer, Scott, 3 points. Total after 2 rounds, Lori sitting at 5 points. Jessica with 7. Scott, you're leading with 8 points.
All right. Now, we'll take a look at the creativity displayed and the money spent during our interior design challenge.
I have no idea what I'm doing right now.
I do know a little bit about design. I work as a graphic designer.
Some sweet ideas.
If you had to describe your design style in one word, what would it be?
Not quite there yet.
Okay, this is obviously a woman's workspace. We wanted to make sure that the desk area was pretty well cleaned off.
Tried to make some softer color so that it would be calming for the person that was at work.
We got a really nice outdoors calendar and we actually used a lot of the different pictures from it. We framed them on our wall over here.
Scott, you were the most frugal, just under $14. Next was Jessica and Lori. So in terms of points for dollars spent, Scott, you earned three points for that. 2-1. Now let's talk about functionality. Scott, I think this may have been the first of the challenges where you were maybe nervous.
I was very nervous. Although it didn't have much personality, it was calming to me at least, and it worked to get me by.
Lori, you survived that last challenge by the skin of your teeth. Scott, this one you survived by the skin of your teeth. We did not all agree on who should go home that day. Yeah, you spent the least amount of money, but it really looks like you spent the least amount of money. It was just kind of wallpaper and rocks.
And the reality was that day, the fact that you did spend the least amount of money is what saved you.
Now, Jessica, you and Gina did really well. I mean, we were all very, very impressed in how you guys used the calendar.
That's actually something I did when I lived in LA in our apartment, so just a cheap way to decorate.
I mean, we were all very, very impressed.
Let's reveal the points then for value. Scott, it may not come as a surprise to you, you got a 1. But you combine that with your 3 for frugality, you earned a 4 for the challenge overall. Jessica, you had 2 points for the savings, but 3 points for the value, so for a total of 5. Lori, you earned a total of 3 points. Total points, Lori, 8 points. Scott and Jessica, you are now dead even with 12 points.
Up next, we'll review how each contestant presented themselves during our runway challenge. Lori is elegant in her dark blue evening gown, accented by sequin heels and genuine South Sea freshwater pearls. This dress combo is one for the money. Can you believe this whole ensemble was for less than $15? Wow. Lori, you are a ravishing red carpet cheapster. Thank you, Lori. Scott is featured in an alternative style of men's formal wear. His navy pinstripe suit helps us to see the greatness of vintage. With a light blue Alfani shirt and Britannia striped tie, his wardrobe commands respect. The suave combination, navy, light blue, red, and maroon, flow easily with his dashing shoes. Jessica went for a sleek, simple cocktail dress style with a bold twist in her fantastically bright yellow shoes. Her style is great for a night out dancing, a fancy dinner party with her princess friends, or just catching the attention of the attractive Mr. Prince Charming at a mix and mingle. In this ensemble, she's ready to be crowned your Cheapster champion. Thank you, Jessica.
Let me start by saying, ladies, you look beautiful. Scott, very handsome. Far too sexy for that suit. But, great fun with that challenge. Let's start with the cost saves. Lori, you were the cheapster in terms of the dollars spent. You earned 3 points. 2 points to you, Jessica, for what you spent. Scott, $31. So 1 point. If we could give points for attitude, Scott, you'd have had bonus points. But let's talk about then the value points. Jessica, we gave you 3 points. Scott and Lori, you both earned 2 points. Lori, you're now sitting with 13 points. Scott at 15, and Jessica is our leader still with 17.
Tension is mounting. Our gift-giving challenge is next in line. Let's see how our finalists fared.
This is so stressful. Creating a gift for a woman? That's insane.
It's a toilet paper cake. It'll be cool in a little while.
Not good. First experience with hot glue was not good. There's a bouquet where all the flowers were going bad except this one, and I asked them if I could just take it, and they let me.
What I have here is a toilet paper cake. It's very similar to the diaper cake. Covering the cake, I have a little bit of spa bath items, and on the card there's a little flippable coupon for you so you can have one night of free babysitting whenever you want.
Well, I have a traveling sleeping pack, and this pillow can obviously be used as home decor as well. I just wanted to thank you for all that you did for me in introducing me to the Cheapster life, because I've been on your website for the past year or so and really getting into it.
All right, so I went for a little bit of shabby chic, and I used some lunch sacks, first of all, to make the card. Also, our little tea candles for your bath. They are fresh ocean flowers.
Ocean, I didn't notice that before.
Your favorite chocolate. And I spent $16. So, and you get to keep all of the extra lunch sacks.
Perfect.
Yes.
In terms of what you spent, Lori, you spent the least amount of money on this challenge, $11.35, so you earned 3 points. Scott, you were next at $13.73, so 2 points to you. Jessica, $16.07, so 1 point to you. With that out of the way, let's talk about the pillow. To me, you look very nervous in this challenge as you were presenting your pillow.
It was a pretty intimidating task. Didn't work out too well, but at least I got through again.
Lori, so I know that judging with Malia, she was very impressed by your kind of toilet paper cake.
I've seen the diaper cakes a lot online, and I'm like, I bet you could do this with toilet paper.
Gave her that free certificate to do babysitting. Obviously didn't cost you anything, but huge value for her.
Well, let's get to your scores. Let's start with you, Scott. Value 1 point. Jessica, we gave you the 2. And Lori, with 3, with your combined score, this actually gives you the first perfect 6.
Oh.
So after 5 rounds, Scott, you have now slipped to 3rd with 18 points. Lori, 19 points, you sit in 2nd place. Jessica maintains her lead with 20 points, but now just 2 points separate 1st from 3rd.
It's 1 point that separates each of our finalists, so let's review the results of our video challenge.
Lori, we'll start with you. I assume that you don't actually butcher your own steer. A Cheapster diet probably is not steak every night, but Scott, you had a lot of really creative ways, unique, wonderful things that you did that was obviously Cheapster oriented. Jessica, I really like the way that you organized what you were doing. These are the top 10 Cheapster ideas, and they were great ideas.
Lori, how are you feeling right now?
I really don't know. It's just so close right now.
Yeah, I think that we all did really well, and I can't figure out who's gonna win this particular challenge.
I think that my Cheapster talent is knowing how to not spend money. I can go weeks without buying anything. It's just we had different talents, and we're all kind of different types of Cheapsters.
I think that's a good description, because this one does become a little bit more difficult to judge because of that.
What it comes down to is that all 3 of you are really true, honest-to-goodness Cheapsters.
So let's talk about your scores. Lori, let's start with you. Out of 6 possible points, you earned 3. Jessica, 5 points to you. And Scott, a perfect 6. Let's bring you up to speed where we're at after 6 episodes. Lori, you have 22 points. Scott, 24 points. Jessica remains our leader with 25 points. One other thing that we wanted to throw in. Jessica mentioned about the sustainable lifestyle of a Cheapster. So we have added your total savings across the entire competition, because it may have been in one of your challenges you spent more and were docked on the points for that, but you may have been very frugal in another and earned additional points. So let's start first with Scott. Scott, the total you saved over the course of the competition was $68.27. Jessica, you saved $70.93. Lori, you saved $87.23. $17, almost $18 more than what Jessica saved at 2nd place. So You were the most frugal across the entire competition, earning yourself 3 points for the cumulative spending across the competition. With the adding of the points from the competitions to adding to your points for cumulative spend, here's where we sit. Lori, 25 points. Scott, 25 points. Jessica, 27 points.
Wow. As you can see, it is a very close race, but it's not quite over. We've still got one surprise twist left before we announce our Cheapster champion. We have invited back our previously eliminated contestants to help determine your fate. They too will be voting for the person they think is the ultimate Cheapster, accounting for 1/3 of your final score.
Force people. Good luck, buddy.
Looking for a simple and easy way to manage your cash? How about free online banking at Zions Bank? You'll have access to your student checking account information no matter where you may be. Learn more at zionsbank.com today.
Our previous contestants have cast their ballots and the time has finally come to crown our ultimate Cheapster and of course, award the $10,000 grand prize. So now, let's hear from our judges.
The Cheapsters, before we announce our winner, we'd first like to congratulate each of you, our finalists, as well as those contestants who were previously eliminated. We appreciate your frugality, we appreciate your energy, and we wish our finalists all the best. But that's only half the equation. Equally important is your ability to earn money and build wealth. After all, the goal is not to survive on ramen for the long term. Your ability to earn and build wealth will in large part determine your ability to live life to its fullest and help others to do the same. Your final challenge as you leave today is to do just that, by continuing to live the Cheapster lifestyle. With that said, it's time to announce our ultimate Cheapster champion and the winner of $10,000.
It's a tight race. You're neck and neck. So it does come down to how your fellow Cheapsters voted.
I think that a true Cheapster shouldn't be focused on themselves, but try and give back as well.
When you're being cheap, you have to put a lot of little things together to make a lot of savings.
So I think you all know what the show is all about. It's about value. It's about knowing how to find what and where at the right time, at the right place.
For me, it came down to being about a family, being cheap in a family. I have my own family, so it was all about that.
This person was really warm, and thus this person can definitely get some cheap deals because of their personality.
Didn't matter that we were in a competition. When I was thinking about backstabbing someone else, this person was thinking about ways they could help.
All three of those Cheapsters, they deserve the $10,000. They're all amazing. The Cheapster I chose, though, has been consistent and has always been cheap, knows how to work the system, and does it with style. The Cheapster I chose is... I'm just kidding.
The other two are awesome, but this person deserves it the most.
The votes have been cast, the scores have been tallied. You want number one? I'm proud to announce that the ultimate Zions Bank Cheapster champion is...
This was my choice.
This person. Scott.
There's your Cheapster champion.
Glory.
It's been an exciting ride for all of us. Through tears and triumphs, our contestants proved that with $10,000 on the line, or just 10 pennies, it truly pays to be a Cheapster. We're glad you joined us and hope that you too will embrace your inner tightwad. Until next time, I'm Trenton James. Thanks for watching, and remember to keep it cheap.
I'm excited about the winner. I was pulling for the whole time, pulling the strings from behind the scenes, if you know what I mean. And so it was a success.
Oh, I am so glad Lori won. She is so nice, like almost too nice.
It's mine! It's all mine! I felt a moment, I felt like I could save so much money, just like you, and it was great.
I only made it to the next round because of Lori. It was a toss-up. I was really torn between Scott and Lori. It's crazy. Lori may have won $10,000, but I made $2.50 in quarters out of that piggy bank. Yeah. Right there, baby.
Want to get your savings started off on the right foot? With the Zions Bank Student Savings Account, there's no minimum opening deposit and no minimum monthly balance required. Learn more at a Zions Bank branch today.
Thanks for tuning in to all the money-saving mayhem here on Cheapster. If you like what you saw, spread the word on Facebook. And remember, it truly pays to be a Cheapster. Presented by Zions Bank.